Hello, my Mahjong friends. Thank you for joining me. You have come to the right place to brush up on your skills and advance your strategies. Beginners, put all your lessons together and follow along using the 2022 National Mahjong League card. By playing regularly in your Mahjong game and trying ilovemahj, you'll improve your skills. We are all in this together. And also, if you would, please click on the bell and subscribe. We're using ilovemahj tonight, and they have been generous to give me an extra free week if you use my code CB. I normally give you a 2-week trial. I'm giving you a 3-week trial. So give it a go and try ilovemahj. In the future, I was hoping to do a Q&A session, so type your questions in and hopefully we'll get answered either tonight or in the future. So let's start with ilovemahj, and we're going to do my groups. I wanted to share with you that every Tuesday at 1 o'clock I play with my group called Mah Jongg Class. So join me on Tuesdays at 1, and we have some people online that we play with. Tonight we're going to do game launch, and in here you can, we're going to play a game, but I just want to mention the exercise rooms. I've gone over them in the past, and you can go in and look at each of the exercises. It's great practice. I used this when the new card came out, or if you're new to the card, this would be great practice for you or for a warm-up. We're going to go right into playing a game this evening, and I'm playing official game, and I'm going to launch the pad. No outsiders tonight, sorry. We're just going to play with bots. And tonight I have the Forest Trails color theme, and we're going to start our game. So typically you want to sort by suit, and then you want to look for your multiples. Here tonight I have a pair of norths and no other multiples. I do have some like numbers. I have 8s. So that would lead me to a few categories. That could lead me to any like numbers or winds and dragons. So we're going to go with any like numbers and winds and dragons. We're doing our first right, and you just have to come up with 3 tiles. So I'm going to hold on to my 8s and get rid of the 3, 4, and 2. One of the things you want to keep in mind are the passes coming to you. This is a little more advanced, but if you can keep track. So the person on my left just passed me a 1, an east, and a 3. So they're not playing low odds. And so let's get rid of a 3, a 1. And now we have to make a decision. So if we're going to stick to the winds with the number 8, let's get rid of this green dragon. Now the person across from me passed me a dragon and a wind and a 4. So let's get rid of the 4, the green. And I hate to do this. I don't want to get rid of this flower. Let's get rid of one of our 8s. We only need, I'm looking at the 4th hand down, we only need 2 8s. I'm just going to get rid of the 8 crack, not for any reason. One wasn't better than the others. Actually, I'm not going to pass a 4 and an 8, so let's take that back. Let's get rid of the 8 dot. We received a 1, 7, and 9, so we're going to continue and get rid of those 3. All 2s and a 4. It's not great to pass 2 2s or a 2 and a 4, but we're pretty set on our hand. Oh, and actually I could take back a 2 crack and pass a west, because I'm looking to play north, east, west, and south. 2 norths, 1 east, 1 west, and 2 south. Now the other option is we can totally bag the 8s because we haven't received any, so let's bring that back down, the west, and we can switch to the 3rd hand, which we only need 1 west also, or we could switch to the top hand. Let's get rid of the west. I think we were good with that pass. I don't like passing 2 2s. We got a 7, a green dragon, and a 1. That's good to pass. Then we got a 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a 2. That's interesting. Just a quick note that in 2022, there is the 4th hand down is a wins hand. So we could keep the 2s in the hopes that we make 2022, but the problem is we don't have a white dragon, which is a key component. So I think I'm going to pass 3, and I think that would be a good choice. 3, the 1, and the 2. We picked up a green, a 3, and a 9, which doesn't fit in our grouping. We could hold on to the green. I know they've been out there, so prioritize your discards, and we definitely do not need the last 3 tiles. So now we're into the game. And let's take a guess that I'm thinking that the person on my left I mentioned earlier passed me little odds. I'm going to take a guess, and maybe she's playing an evens hand. Let's see what happens. Or at least upper numbers, maybe consecutive run. All these flowers are going out. Oh my, look at these jokers coming to us. There's the 1 green dragon. Maybe we can play, there's the first south. In our hand, in the Winds and Dragons, if we switch to the 3rd line down, we need 4 souths, but we're not ready to call yet. I'm not sure which hand we're actually playing. There goes the north. So in a live game, I would have turned the tile upside down. Tonight, I'm going to slide over the jokers so that I know those tiles have gone out and that I have to use these for the next tile. I don't like to call right away because I don't like to commit to a hand. Seems like we seem to be getting 2s. Maybe we should give up on these 8s. We never received an 8 during the Charleston. Oh, look at what the person on my left is an even person. Let's see if I'm right tonight. We got our first south. We also can play the bottom hand. It's north, 3 norths, 1 east, 1 west, and 3 souths with 2 different dragons. We could possibly play that hand, depending on the tiles we receive. We're very early in the game. We have 75 tiles or so. There's 99 tiles initially, and we're down to 75. So we're a quarter way through the game. And we have all these jokers. I'm thinking that we might switch, and let's see if we can play that bottom hand, the concealed hand. Oh, now we got more flowers. Maybe we don't need the 2. So let's think about this. Do we want to move up to line number 3? Might be a good choice. Because then we could call for things. We don't need an east. We already have one for line number 3. An 8 that we've been waiting for that we got rid of. Let's move to the top line, and then this way we can play our flowers. I do like not really to throw them, so let's do that. And we're ready to call for our flowers, we're ready to call for our north, and we're ready to call for our souths. Our hand is set. If you have any questions or suggestions, please pop it in the chat, and I will respond to them as we're playing along here. Let's call for the south. We need a Kong. We're waiting on a flower and a north or some nice jokers. We already got a lot of jokers. Although 2 flowers have been discarded, there are 8 flowers in the set. So there's still 4 more, but it's possible other people can be playing. Once your opponents have 2 exposures up, we should try to figure out their hand. Definitely, the person on my left is playing either 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, here's the red dragon that we got rid of before. They're either playing 2, 4, 6, 8, or they're playing 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to call for the flowers, and we need a Kong. We're playing the 3rd line down. The person on my right is playing the first hand in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, the second part. So we're waiting for a north. Oh, the person on my left was playing 5, 6, 7, 8, and they got it first. And it just goes to show you all these jokers, and we still didn't win. But that's the name of the game. But we had a very strong hand, and we were just waiting for one more tile or a joker swap. The person on our right, Wes, was playing that hand 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and they were missing 2 tiles. The person across from us, Joe, was playing consecutive run, line number 5. And remember, in consecutive run, it does not need to be the numbers that are printed on the card. They can be any number. So he started it with 2, and he was doing 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 5 tiles to go to Mahjong. So not off to a good start tonight, but I do like the fact that we got all these jokers. Hopefully that'll show up in our next game. So let's start the game again, and let's see what happens. Sort by suit. And we have a pair of 8s. Our 8's going to be our numbers tonight, and a pair of Wests. So West and 8s maybe would be in a quint hand, but we need all those jokers this time around. And here's another 8. We could do evens, 2, 4, 6, 8. We're missing the gap of a 2. But at any rate, make a quick decision. We have to do our first right. We only need 3 tiles, and we have them. We picked up another 8, and now we have 2 and 4. So let's hold on to the 8th. Seems like it's going to be an like numbers night. And let's get rid of a 2, a 4, and a 6. This isn't a great pass. They're all in the same suit. All in the same category, but it's all we have to get rid of. Now I just passed a 4, so I might consider holding on to 2, 4, 6, 8. And let's get rid of the West. I know I'm breaking up a pair, but we have not gotten any other wins. Let's continue. We have 3 tiles to pass. Here's our 6s. We have a West, a green, and now we have to make another decision because I'm not going to pass 2 Wests. I'm going to get rid of the 6 dot. I'm keeping my 8s just for like numbers. I guess I should really keep the green, but we have to give 3. We're in the across. This 2 doesn't work with the suits we're collecting, so let's get rid of the 2 and the West. We have 3 tiles to pass, 7 north and east, so this is the courtesy. We're going to pass 3. Oh, we did pick up that 2, so that's kind of nice. I have not looked at the card yet, and I don't know what hand we're playing, but predominantly it's going to be in cracks, and then we'll figure out somewhere there once we get rid of these 2 tiles. So let's ignore this and play through the game. I don't call right away. I let the tiles develop, and I prioritize my discards. Oh, we'll do it next game. I want to see if we can pay attention to the person on our left, what possibly hand they are playing. And you could do it with any player. I'm trying to train myself just to do it one tonight. And this is what's so great about practicing on the computer against robots. You can practice different skill sets. We're just holding on to any 2, 4, 6, 8 that comes our way, and we're prioritizing our discards. Now you have to remember one red dragon went out if you're thinking about playing with a red dragon. There's a 4 bam. There's a green dragon. I don't think we'll be using our dragons tonight. Now if you're lucky enough to get the 2 dot tile, you can do a joker exchange. Here's another 2 crack. It looks like we're possibly playing a nice crack hand. Let's get rid of the green. Now, if you look at the crack hand, the very top, you need 3 flowers. We only have 2. We need 2s, which we have, a pair of 4s, 3 6s, and 4 8s. So we have a long way to go. If we decide to play a different hand, we could go down to maybe even the 6th hand. Sorry, is it the? Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong hand. The 4th hand, excuse me. And you can have all 2s, a pair of 4s we're missing, all 6s, and then 8s in opposite suits. That might be something different to do. But let's keep trugging along here and prioritizing our discards. I think the 4 is maybe the next one I'm going to let go. So we're looking for the match here, and hopefully that'll come together. I think 1 went out, and we have to keep that in mind, because if 2 more go out, then our hand isn't going to work. Now this 3 might be dangerous to discard, but it's early in the game. It's only 66 tiles, so we're going to let this go. Oh good, he didn't need it. There's a 2 bam. Oh, see, maybe we're switching to that one with all 2s, so we don't need the white. And the hand I'm speaking of is the 4th hand down. It's all 2s with a pair of 4s and 4 6s with pairs of 8s. Nobody's been able to do this joker exchange yet, which is good for us. Maybe we'll get that too. Jokers definitely do help win the game for yourself. So I'm again looking at the 4th hand down. I'm also looking at the 1st hand, and I could be looking at the 5th hand, but we're not getting any red dragons. Now we need to pay attention to see if we get this 6 dot. So we're keeping 2 dots and 6 dots in our heads to make sure if we want to do an exchange. Not if, that we should do an exchange. Oh, somebody got the first 2. Oh, here's our 4. We can't call for it. So that is the second 4 to go out. And in the hand that I was looking at, we need to have 2 4s. So this hand might not work. Now I can call for this 6, but the problem in doing that at this point is if this 4 goes out, we're not ready to call Mahjong. So let's hold off on this 6, and then we'll see the next one that goes out. Oh, he did need the 3 dot. He wasn't ready to call for it the first time I discarded it. So Wes got 1 2 3. That is consecutive run. Joe across from us was playing 5-6, looks like 7-8. He was missing a gap. The person on our left was playing a flower, 3-6-9, and they were pretty close to Mahj. And again, we were still waiting for our hand developed. There was quite a few tiles left, but Wes was pulling all in the jokers. So congratulations to him. So let's start the next game. And in this game, let's try to keep in mind what the person on our left is sending us. So let's sort by suit. Start with our pairs. We have pairs of ones, and we don't have any other pairs. We do have ones and ones. We can also sort by rank, meaning by number, and we do have a lot of low numbers. Let's go back to suit. So we can keep a run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and get rid of all the high numbers, or you can keep the odds. Let's just keep the low numbers for now, and let's see what happens. We're already having to make a decision. So we have ones and ones, which are like numbers. We also can play, I'm thinking, let's take a look in consecutive run. The bottom hand is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in two different suits. Let's give that a go. So let's get rid of the 9, the 5, and the 3. We have an east, a 4, and a red. And I forgot to look again what they passed. Oh, we're going to get better at this. 3 tiles we don't need. Let's continue. The over, we don't need these high numbers. We're collecting low, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got a 2, but I don't think we need it. We only need 1, 2, but let's, try to keep it. And we can get rid of the 5, the 4, and we'll get rid of this 4. And this is where you can see what Agatha passed. She passed 9, west, and green, so she certainly isn't playing odds, and she's not playing winds and dragons. We picked up a red dragon, which I will hold on to because we seem to be having a run here, and we'll see where it takes us. Let me know in the chat what you would play, or any suggestions on what tiles you would play. Now, Joe across from us already has 3 flowers up, so there are lots of hands with flowers in all the different categories. So it's hard to choose, figure out what he's playing. To crack. So if we're playing a hand with matching dragons at the end, the only one we could be playing is the second from the bottom in consecutive run. And if that's the case, we already have our pairs of 2s and we don't need this 2. If we played a hand all one suit and got rid of the red dragon, that would be hand number 5. And it would be all one suit. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can't call for this yet. We do have one more if we decide to play that hand, so let's ignore it. I haven't really picked a hand yet. I was looking tentatively at consecutive run, the bottom line, but the tiles don't seem to be coming in for that. When you're discarding, always keep tiles within your range, and I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, and that's why I kept the 1 dot. Now we have 1, 2. I'm going to let go of the 2. Agatha is playing 2, 4, 6, 8. You should be trying to figure these out. Joe is playing 3 flowers and 9s. Can anybody tell me where he's playing? Or possibly playing? So let's take a look at everybody's hand. Oh, we got another 2. There's that 2 that we were looking for. So let's take a look. Wes has 6s out, which might cause a problem for Agatha because she was playing maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, but she doesn't need to have the matching 6. She can change suits. This might also cause a problem for Joe. He has 3 flowers and 9s. Now, 3 flowers and 9s can be in multiple hands. It can be any like numbers, and please try to find these on the card for yourself. It could be consecutive run, line 2. It could also be line 4 and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It also could be line 2 in 3, 6, 9. So there's quite a few places he could be in. I'm pretty sure Agatha's playing 2, 4, 6, 8, but she's playing 2 different suits. So let's continue. We picked up that 2. I think I'm going to try maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3 with red dragon. So let's start eliminating this end of the hand. So let's get rid of this 3, which I'm sure one of these persons are going to want. So it's better now to get rid of it. We're a quarter of the way through, and this way someone won't, maybe call it right now. Nobody called it. Perfect. Hi, Charlene. Oh, yes, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I got rid of some of those 9s in the beginning. Yeah, we could have played that. Oh, so maybe Joe isn't playing 9s, and 9 just went out. Let's start getting rid of. Now, you could switch to like numbers here. You could do 1s with opposite dragons, but the dragons are matching. So let's get rid of the 1 bam. Here's our 4. We could call it and do our 4 4s and play 1, 2, 3 with 4s. That is the first 4. Oh, no, that's the second 4 going out. I think if we call it, then we're using the most of our jokers, and then we don't have any 3s. Maybe we're playing flowers with 1, 2, 3, which means we have to get rid of this 2 also. With dragons, we have 3 dragons, and then we can use jokers to call for our flowers. I think that's where I'm going to settle in now so that I'm kind of set in my hand. And we can also move the jokers around for our 3. So let's ignore this 4. We don't want to miss out on jokers exchanges, so make sure you keep in mind 6 bam and 9 dot. 9 bam, sorry, 9 bam. We only need a pair, so we're good. Keep plugging away here. We're about halfway through the game. Oh, we picked up that 4. So we can still hold on to it. We could go back to the other hand. Let's get rid of this 1 bam. There's the first 3 to go out. There's the red. We can call for the red and then use our joker here. Let's do that. Let's call for the red. And we need a pung. So now we need 4 flowers, so we need another flower, or, oh good, we got our 3. So now we can move our joker over here. And now we can call for our flowers and call for our 3. Joe won, and he was playing 3, 6, 9. And he had 3 jokers, so that was good for him. He had a very nice hand. It's 3 different suits, line number 2 and 3, 6, 9. We had Wes. He has 2 flowers. He has 5, 6, 7. He was looking for consecutive run, line number 3. Then we have Agatha, who has what I had originally thought was 2, 4, 6, 8, and she was quite away. So it did take a little bit for our hand to develop, but we were quite set now and waiting to call. Nobody, they did have flowers over here, but there's still one more flower that could have been discarded, and nobody had our 3, so we were kind of good. Okay, moving on. Okay, this time I'm trying my best to remember. We're going to see what Agatha passes us. Okay, everyone, where should we play? We have 1s and 4s. We have a nice little run, 4, 5, 6, or we can play 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can keep the low numbers. The wins, we have 1 of each. There's no hand on the card this year with 1 of each. We can play east and west with a little run. We could try that, but with that run, we would need a 3, a single 3, 4, and 5. So let's keep all the low numbers. And let's see. I'm going to break up these. Should we break up the 1s? All right, let's get rid of the 5, and let's get rid of this 4. Let's see what happens. Okay, Agatha passes a 2, a 7, and an east. Well, she's not playing wins. And then she's not obviously playing 2s or 7s. I can't tell you where she's playing yet, but I'm going to actually write it down. So let's see if we can figure out what hand she's playing. She gave us a 2, a 7, and an east. We don't need the 2 or the 7. And I think we're going to do east and west, so let's get rid of the south. Oh, we just passed a 2. Now, when you do that, keep that in mind because maybe you can use it. Maybe we can play 1, 2, 3. Or 1, yeah. So let's get rid of the green, the 1, and the 6. And we just passed a 1. Maybe we should collect those 1s. Okay, let's continue and get rid of the 4, the 9. We get the 1 and 2, or the 2 back when we get 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of this 1. Of course, now all the 1s are going to come to us. All right, we're not playing these. North, 2, and 1. North and south. Should we keep the wins? These wins are something. We're not using this 1. Let's get rid of the south and the north. So Agatha just passed us on the last right a 1, 2, and 4. A 1, 2, and 4. And she previously passes a 2, 7, and east. So I don't think she's playing evens. And certainly not odds in the sense that she gave us a 1 and a 7. So let's see what we can figure out with Agatha here. Okay, so back to us. We got a north we can pass, and a 1 and a 4. Let's do 3. This hand didn't really develop how I would like it to, but sometimes that happens in a game. We have all high numbers here. So let's keep going. This is a flower. We don't need it, or we can't call for it, I should say. We can keep the 2. Let's get rid of the 7. There's that 1 dot that I was hoping would come back to us. I think in a live game, you pretty much sometimes get tiles back. I'm not sure how the algorithm is for this computer, how they figure out what to pass. But in a live game, I felt like we would get the 1 and the 2 back that was previously passed. Ooh, nice, a joker. Again, I'm letting the hand develop. I don't think we're going to be using this 2, so let's get rid of that. And I keep my dragons in the hope that somebody else calls for them, and then we can do a joker swap. Here's a 3 dot. Okay, now we're up to getting rid of the dragon. So let's get rid of the white. White or red wouldn't really matter at this point. Now, if we decide to play east and west and do 1, 2, 3, We do need 3 threes, but I would like this to develop a little more before we start calling for it. And there's still one more 3 available. When the last 3 goes out, depending on where I am, I will make my decision. Now the 3 crack just went out. So we need another 2 dot to help us make this look nicer. Oh, this is starting to come together. We have, we could do 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's let this 2 go. And again, I am playing multiple hands right now. I got a bunch in my head. That's why it's so good to learn the card. I know there's a hand I can play 3, 4, 5 with East and West. I can play 1, 2, 3 with East and West. I can jump over and do consecutive run and play 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, it's really good to get to know your card really well, and that's why you can go on ilovemahj and practice in that exercise room. It's so interesting to see how your hand develops during the game. We only have 1 joker. There's the 2 dot just went out. We weren't able to call for it. That is the second 2 dot. Now, if the third one goes out, I will then start getting rid of these tiles. There's the first West. We need 4, so we can't call for it. Of course, now we get the joker. I'm going to get rid of the red. It's possible West is playing some sort of consecutive run. We'll see what happens. Now here's the East. This is the first East to go out. I'm going to hold off because I'm not sure if I'm playing a run of 2, 3, 4, 5, or if I'm going to play East and West. Okay, we're going to have to commit here. So let's go ahead and commit to East and West, and I'm going to call for the East and make my Kong. Which means now I think I'm going to get rid of, although I have this single, I need the other 2. I'm going to get rid of this. I have a feeling West might need these, so maybe we can do some sort of joker swap over here. Let's start with the 1 and get rid of that first. Here's a 4. Now we're playing either, we're looking to get a 3 crack and a 5 crack, so we don't need this 4. That red that we just got rid of a few minutes ago. Oh, there's our 3 crack. I think that is the first, oh, that's the second one to go out. Oh, the third one. We're going to be in a little tight ship here. Let's see what happens. Okay, we can call for the 5. Let's call for that and make a pung. Oh, over here. Yikes. Let's whittle down these. Our hand might just be a bust right now, seeing over here. Let's see what happens. Oh, there goes our 3. So now we have to adjust our hand. Let's see if West calls for this 3. No. Okay, let's regroup our hand here. We're doing East and West. So he's playing 5, 6. We have the control of the 5, so I don't need to take it right away. And I don't need to worry about it because somebody just won Mahjong. But when our hand became a bust, I was going to readjust here and start collecting new numbers. And I still could have did 4, 5, 6. and then use some jokers, or I could have did 5, 6, 7 and tried to readjust and got the joker over there and used the joker for my 7s. But at any rate, we got Joe, who got 3 jokers with a flower, so 4 flowers, and he's playing 4, 5, 6 with matching dragons. I feel like this is a huge popular hand this year. People have been playing this a lot. That's consecutive run, line number 7. Wes had 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is consecutive run, all in one suit, 4 numbers. And he actually could have done 5, 6, 7, 8. He looks like he could have changed to the top line too if he wanted to. And then we have Agatha was playing 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, looks like 5, 6, 7, 8, but she had no 8s. So she was struggling a little bit too. Okay, let's try our next game. Oh, and by the way, Agatha, when I had said she wasn't playing evens and she wasn't playing odds, so she was playing consecutive run. So that's how you can figure out somebody's hand by the 2 passes they send you. Now let's do it now with Wes, because we're going to get 2 passes from him when we do our 2 left. So let's see if we can keep track of Wes. So let's sort by suit. And we have 2 easts and nothing else. We got one of everything, but we have a lot of low numbers. We have a ton of 6s. We have a ton of 2s. We can keep like numbers. And we just need to come up with 3 to pass. So we have a 4, a 1, and a 3. That's 3 different suits, an even and an odd. Let's see how this works out. Well, we can maybe do 2022 because we have a white dragon. So let's try that. I'm kind of liking that idea. Let's stick with the 2s instead of the 6s. 3 different suits. Okay, a 5. We're going to keep the west. We can keep the red, get rid of this 6, and unfortunately double 6s, but it's still 3 different suits. Let's see how that goes. Now this is our first left. So let's say Wes gave us an 8, a green, and a 1. So let's see if we can figure out what he's playing. Let's continue. I'm going to get rid of the 1, the 8, and I'm going to keep the dragons because maybe we can play, okay, let's look at this. In 2022, we have the 4th line down. We need to make 2022, but we don't have any matching 2s. In Winds and Dragons, we can play the bottom hand, but we need north and south. We only need 1 east. We also can play in singles and pairs all the dragon hands at the bottom. We can play a dragon hand. Let's get rid of one of the 2s that doesn't go here. So we have bam, so we're not going to get rid of this one. Let's get rid of a crack. We don't need these 3. Oh, and by the way, that was from Wes. He's not playing odds. He sent us 9, at least upper odds. He also sent us a 1 earlier, so he is not playing odds. We got all evens. We can get rid of that and an odd. We picked up another west. And we have, I'm going to break up these 2s and stick with winds and dragons only. So let's give 3 tiles, and let's give a 9, a 5, and I'm going to go with the, what you got? We didn't pick anything up here. So let's start the game. We're prioritizing our discards. I'm going to try either for line number 1 in singles and pairs. Even though I have a joker, we can always get rid of that, but we'll see how it comes together. We can try all dragons, which is Winds and Dragons, line number 2, or we could try the bottom hand, which would be Winds and Dragons concealed. Or we can, if we pick up some 2s, we can go back to 2022. Got a long way to go. Oh boy, Agatha, right off the bat, pulled her 9. There's our first white dragon to go out. Oh, our first north. Let's see how fast this hand gets blown. So when you're in a game, you want to keep up the speed with other players, and you want to, keep track. We have east and west. I hate to, maybe we could pick up a 4 and play 3, 4, 5. Let's get rid of the 2. Now Agatha's playing 3, 6, 9 or 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember, you got to learn the patterns. Oh, we got another joker. That's nice. Let's get rid of, let's see, where can we play 3 east and west and fill it in? If we play the dragon hand, we need 3 flowers and all of those dragons. If we play the bottom hand, we're missing but the north, and then we have to get rid of all those east and west. Does anybody have an idea where we should play or what their thoughts are? Or we can play east and west with a run and hope for a 3, 4, 5. This is a tough call, ladies and gentlemen. I am thinking of east and west because they are our strengths. We have pungs and pairs. So let's get rid of a flower early on in the game. We don't need that 4. Oh, they are. Agatha is playing 6, 7, 8, 9. Be very careful with that. I figured that's what they might be playing. So we're looking for 9 bams to do a joker exchange. Oh, look at how nice that was. They got a lot of nice tiles right from the beginning. This was very early on in the game. That was a quick win for Agatha. Okay, so we were still struggling here. It didn't really develop. Sometimes when you hold on to these wins, it's really a stickler. But it's okay. I thought maybe we could get some more dragons. Nobody had dragons, so they were still in the game. Oh, they did have a white over here. Wes was playing 1, 2, 1, 2 with opposite dragon. Kind of like that hand. That's in consecutive run, line 4. And Joe was playing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. Too many numbers in a row. He could have did pairs, which is singles and pairs, line number 4. Or he could have done just 4 numbers in a row in consecutive run. He did not have a very good hand. Okay, here we go. Oh, and by the way, we were keeping track of Wes, and I had said he wasn't playing an odd hand, which was correct. He was playing a consecutive run. So let's start again. Okay, let's sort our suits here. We have 2, 3, and that's it. So we could play 3, 6, 9, 2, 3. We have a 9, so maybe 3, 6, 9. We haven't played that yet. So let's get rid of a 2, a west, and the 8. Oh, now we picked up another 2, so 2, 3 with the green dragon. 2, 3. I hate to 2, 3. You can keep this 3, keep all low numbers. Okay, let's do it. Let's keep on the low numbers. In consecutive run, there's only one hand that would use opposite dragons. It would be 2, 3, 2, 3 with opposite dragons. It's possible we could make that. Oh, we picked up another 3. Now we only have 2 tiles to pass. If we were going to play that 2-3, 2-3, we are missing our 2 dots. The other hand we could play is like numbers with 3s with opposite dragons in the middle. So currently right now we're missing 2 dots. If we play 2-3, 2 dots we're missing. So this is a good time that I would actually stop at the Charleston. This is an excellent example of why you would stop it. We literally only have 2 tiles to pass, so I'm going to stop at the Charleston. I am going to tell my partner across from me I only want 2 tiles. Now, if Joe's smart, Joe will not exchange with me because he knows I'm 2 tiles or 3 tiles away from Mahjong. We did not pick up our 2s, but that's okay. We're going to move along and see how this hand plays out. So I'm thinking I'm playing 2-3, 2-3 with red dragons. It's quite possible I can move over to like numbers and play the bottom line, which is 2 flowers and 3s with an opposite dragon. We just wait and see how it plays out. Now I have a pair of 5s. If for some reason I start getting something else, I could play 2, 3, 4, 5, but we'll see. You never know. There are, again, 99 tiles on the table, and you never know how it plays out. I would not switch my hand until I got a tile that I thought would fit better. If I see all the 2 dots goes out, then I will switch my hand. At this point, I have no reason to call for any grouping. I have everything. We're going to keep this 2, although I don't think we're going to use it because we're pretty set in our hand. I'm going to actually keep this for joker exchanges a little later on. Let's get rid of this 2 crack. Of course, Agatha needed it. We don't need the 1 bam. First 2 dot went out, so we're going to have to keep track of that. We're looking for 2 dots here, and this is a terrible thing to do to yourself when you're in a game, is look for a pair. Now this 3 dot, we already have it. We don't need to call for it, so we're going to ignore. Here's a 4 dot. I'm going to maybe keep the 4 dot, and then this way I would have 3, 3, my pairs of 3s and my pairs of 3s here, and we can move it over and do 4s. So let's get rid of the 5s. It's a huge gap not having your pairs, but I didn't see any 2 dots go around, so you never know how this is going to play out. If we pick another flower, we can play 2, 3, 4. We would have to change our hand around a little bit. Oh, we missed out on that 6. Somebody else got it. Doesn't look like this 4 is going to happen. 4s are already out. So Wes is playing East and West with 4, 5, 6. Oh, here's another 5. Our hand is so nice. I don't know to change it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4s all went out, so we can't really keep them anymore. Oh boy, that's the second 2 dot to go out. 1, 3, 1, 3. But again, we need pairs for 1, 3, 1, 3. Off it goes. Feeling a little discouraged. I guess we shouldn't pick a hand where we need 2 pairs. Oh, here's the flowers. So we can switch to a hand that maybe we play 2, 3, 4, and we need the 4 crack. And 4 cracks. There's 1 4 crack. Just checking 4 cracks real quick. There's only 1 4 crack out. Here's the next 4 cracks. So do we switch 2, 3, 4? There's 2 dots out. If we call for this, we have to use all our jokers. I'm going to ignore it right now. Here's the green. Or we can play 2, 3, which is the second hand down with flowers. I have a few. Oh, there goes our 2. We're done. So now we're going to switch our hand. And we have to play 2, 3. We can do it in 2 different suits. Let's call for the flower and put up our 3 flowers. And I'm going to play 2, 3. And let's get rid of the red. And we're ready to call for our 2 and ready to call for our 3. The problem is we're missing the next group of flowers. Of course, we get the other red dragon, but we lost the 2, so we can't play that. Oh, coming together for us. Oh, they needed the 3. Oh, no. Yes. 3, 6, 6, 9. I'm sorry, I missed Joe across the way. He was playing 3, 6, 9, and I just threw the 3 and, of course, gave him Mahjong. And over here we have Wes, who's playing East and West with 4, 5, 6, which we knew. And Agatha was playing 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Joe was having a super night tonight. Us, not so much. But it's a good way to show you how you could switch your hand. I was switching my hand to play the second hand down in consecutive run, which was 3 flowers, 2s, and then 3s, and then we needed 3 flowers. So the next flower to go out, I would have called for. I could have called for my 2s, called for my 3s, and called for my flowers. So unfortunately, it was not a good night for me tonight, but I hope I showed you a lot of how to switch hands. CB, and you get an extra trial week. You can also help me out by clicking subscribe down below and also hitting the bell so you can get notifications when we go live again. You can also give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's live stream. And if you have any comments, I always welcome them. And hopefully we can do a Q&A and have some comments or questions about the game. I'd be happy to answer them. If you have any friends that would like to join us, please click on the share. Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Today we played. We will play on ilovemahj with friends and make new friends. So join us next Tuesday, January 31st at 1 p.m. and join my group, and you can play online with myself and others. Every Tuesday, as you already know, I am on here doing a live stream at 6:30. If there's a topic you wish to discuss, please let me know. Send me an email at Mah Jongg Class, or you can put it in the chat and I can grab that. If you're looking to take lessons or connect with me, you can connect on Instagram at Mah Jongg Class, obviously on here on YouTube with Mah Jongg Class. I'm on Facebook, and I have a webpage, Mah Jongg Class. You can email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com. Thank you very much for joining me, and try your next hand at Mahjong on I Love Mahj. Have a good night.